Hi everyone, Mike Mixon here from Keyboardamerica.com, and I'm going to show you how to use Yamaha's DGX650. Now the 650 is a very special instrument. While it's a piano and it has weighted keys so it actually feels like a grand piano, it is also a keyboard and an organ all built into one, and that's why it's called a digital piano ensemble. Now when you first turn the DGX650 on, it defaults to just a beautiful piano. So let's take a listen to your piano and learn how to change your sounds. Now it actually feels like a piano, so it has a grand style action in there and it makes it nice. Now let's look at how to change the sounds on the DGX650. Now I'm going to give you a close-up of the display in just a few seconds, but for the sake of time, let's just hit voice here. And as we hit voice, in the screen it says Natural Grand Piano. Now there are two ways to get through to all your sounds. Now it tells you what all the categories are right up top here. So the first one says voice piano, and there's 9 of those. The next one is electric piano. There's 21 of those. Now, I'm in piano mode right now, so I'm just going to use my wheel to scroll down, and in the screen it now says live grand piano. Again, scroll live pop grand piano. Next one, live warm grand. Now, if I jump to the category buttons up here, there's 2 great category buttons. In the screen, it changes it on the top, and I'm going to show you that in a close-up, but the next category is electric pianos. To scroll to the next one, just turn your wheel in the window. It highlights Cool Suitcase EP. And every time you go to a different category, here's organ. You can just scroll through all the organs. Next organ. So basically you hit voice and you can use your category and your wheel. The other way to do it is if you want to actually punch in the numbers. This kind of replaces your data entry wheel. So if you wanted to jump to a category of drum kits, you'd punch in 148 to get the drum kits. But really the category button does it all for you, so that's really, really cool. Now, when you press your voice button in the window, we're going to take a look at what that looks like right now. Alright, so here's a close-up of the screen, and you're going to see it says Natural Grand right there. That's what's highlighted. As I turn my wheel, it's going to all the other groups. And up top, of course, it says Piano right up top here, and that's the category right there. So if I hit my category button over, that piano becomes electric pianos. Category again, all your organs. And once again, you just scroll through the wheel to get to all your great organ sounds. So that's a great way to use it. Now, when you were in the piano, if you look above, now this is a great trick and tip. If you look above the Natural Grand, you see it says 000 OTS. So what is OTS? That's one touch setting. We're going to get into that in a little bit, but if I scroll to OTS, when I choose a style later on in this video, it'll actually change the right-hand sound to match what rhythm style you're playing. And that's one touch setting, OTS. So if you were to go into a rock rhythm, it's liable to put a guitar on there for you automatically. So you can do that by scrolling to 000 OTS, or you can go to the numbers pad and punch in 000. So zoom back out again, we have our voice button, and if we push that last, As you turn the wheel and the category, it is going to change all your sounds. For your rhythm styles, it's the same method. You press style, and when you press style, the different rhythm styles come up in the window. The top one, the category, is 8-beat right now. If I want to change my category, the next one is 16-beat rhythms, the next one is ballads, so next one is dance, and there's all these rhythm styles throughout here. So if I go into disco or I go into jazz and swing, here's a cool jazz piano, and I'm going to turn my accompaniment on, and I did a few things there, but I'm going to go over that in just a second. Ending. So if you press voice last, the category and the wheel changes your voices. If you press style last, the category and the wheel changes your styles. And we have one more thing called song and audio, and I'll show you how to use that in just a few minutes. So let's take a look now at the left-hand side of the screen and what makes this a digital piano ensemble. Alright, so looking on the left side of the screen, keep in mind when you turn it on, it's just a regular piano, so it plays just like a piano. When we turn this accompaniment button on right here, we have just turned this in to a keyboard style digital piano, and that's where you're going to get those cool rhythm styles that I just played for you a few seconds ago. And when you press the accompaniment on or off, you're going to have a split point on the keyboard itself. So let's take a look at that real quick. So the accompaniment is on, and watch what happens here. There's your split point. So you're playing your chords. Now with accompaniment on, you want to go over to your style button, press that, we just went over to it, and that was a cool piano jazz that we played just a few seconds ago. And we can change our categories, you remember how to do that, and we'll call this a 70s piano pop ballad. Now, you've got a button here that says sync stop. Now, sync start. Well, sync start means when you strike your chord in your left hand, it'll start with you. So it matches up. If you want an introduction, you press the intro button. Now the intro button says intro/ending. So if you press the intro button before you start to play, it's an intro. If you press it after you've begun playing, it's an ending. So let's hit the intro button and listen to this 70s piano pop ballad. Okay, so now you know what an ensemble is, that it's a straight piano or it works like a keyboard by pressing on the accompaniment button. It's really a lot of fun. Now, if you guys are piano players and you want to use those same styles and backgrounds, you can actually change the mode inside the DGX650 and put it in the pianist mode so you don't have to play the chord method. Because remember, when you've got the accompaniment on, it turns it into a keyboard, and keyboards are meant to be played with the chord method, not the piano method. So the other buttons that are up here pretty good, which is score, lyrics. Now score means you're going to get the sheet music in the window. Lyrics, going to get the words of the song in the window. Here's your record, and that's pretty cool there. Your smart chord and style recommender, and we'll go over those features as well. And of course there's a metronome, and there's a tap or tempo button. So if you were playing that rhythm style, that 70s piano ballad, and we'll put that on again. Press your tempo. So you can speed it up and down by using that data wheel again. So that's kind of cool, and a special tempo comes up in the screen itself to tell you how many beats a minute is going on there. So that's pretty cool too. Okay, now this little special memory stick, just a little thumb drive here, we're going to pop that in, and you can download music with the sheet music and the words to the song right on your thumb drive from many different sources. There's also a bunch of them that are already programmed in the DGX650. But I'm going to use some of mine here. So what I'm going to do this time is press the button next to the voice and style button that says Song, Audio. Boom, just like that. Now if I scroll down, it's going to give me all the songs that are already built into the Tyros. If I scroll up, it's going to give me the songs that are on that memory stick right there. And it's also going to give me the sheet music and the lyrics. So let's take a look at that real quick. So just to recap, here's the score button, which will give you the sheet music, and here's the lyrics button, which will give you the words to the song. Sometimes you get both on the same screen as well. So let's get a close-up and take a look. Okay, so right next to my sync start and intro and accompaniment is the start stop button, and that's what's going to start stop this song. And I'm going to press the score to get the music. I'm going to press the lyrics to get the lyrics. Let's go ahead and start it. So there you go real quick. You can see that it had both the lyrics and the music on there. And let's take a look at that in a little bit different form. Okay, so now I went over and I hit my function button, which is right next to the memory stick there. We're going to keep the camera here for a second. But I hit function, and up in the window you see it says transpose in the screen there. Now this is really awesome for these songs because everybody sings in a different key. So you can transpose to any key to match your vocal range. So if we start this and start playing it, see it says 0-4 now, and it'll put it in any key that matches your voice. So I need to go down 4, and basically it's transposing it down 4 full steps to match my vocal range for this particular song. And by the way, how I'm doing this is I'm hitting the plus and minus buttons, which are next to my data entry wheel, that have all the numbers. So I'll show you that real quick. So here's your function button right here as promised, like right next to the stick. Here's your plus and minus to transpose plus up or minus down. And of course, when you hit your function button on the screen, you can use the category button to get to the screen that says transpose. Because when you hit function and hit the category button, you're going to get lots of choices there. Tuning, for instance, pitch bend range, split point to adjust your split point on the keyboard. If you're playing one voice at the bottom, one voice at the top, you can actually custom put that anywhere you want it. Touch response, how hard do you want to have to press the keys? Chord fingering, and this is what we talked about earlier. You know, right now it's in multi-finger, but I can put it in the pianist mode, and the pianist mode you can play it like a piano player. So you can find a lot of things in your function button there. I'm going to exit out of that screen right now, and let's take a good look of what you can do with this memory stick. Okay, if you already think the memory stick is cool, wait till you see what you can do with the memory stick. All I'm going to do right now is hit record, just like so, and I'm going to start playing. I'm going to make something up. That quick, I hit stop. It asks me in the window, do you want to save? Yes or no. I'm going to go over here to where it says yes and save yes. Now writing, don't turn the power off now. Now what's cool about this is it not only recorded my song, but it also wrote out the sheet music at the same time. So you can load the memory stick into your computer and print the sheet music out on the song that you just made up. And let's take another good look at the USB and how much fun that can be. Okay, so I pressed my song button. I chose Billy Joel, You May Be Right. I went and hit my function button and transposed down 2 steps from this pre-recorded song here. Now I'm going to go to lyrics, or I can go to score and lyrics and just push play. Now before you do that, track 4 on a MIDI file is usually the lead note, so I'm going to turn that off. And we're going to hit the start-stop button. And we're ready to do a little Billy Joel. Friday night I crashed your party. Saturday I said I'm sorry. Sunday came and trashed me out again. Alright, so that real quick is pretty cool. One little trick and tip is right up in here on the keyboard. It says right 1, left 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. If you turn channel 4 off on any MIDI file or downloaded music, that's going to turn the lead note off so you can sing instead of it playing the lead note. If you want to play the song, you still turn it off and play the note over top of that great MIDI file and sound just like having Billy Joel's band right in your house. Alright, so I'm glad and happy you've looked at this video to learn a few tricks and tips. And remember, buying from Keyboard America does have its benefits. If there's any kind of function you want to do or you have a question, you can always call us. We can usually answer it right over the phone. Or if you want a private YouTube video made on how to do something, we do that for our customers. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the DGX650, and there's a lot more happening on the DGX650 than we just covered, but we have to start somewhere. So it's Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com saying have a great day and enjoy playing.